it's about to go down. He's on his way. Patiently they stood. They sang, who's afraid of the big bad wolf? It's the same old song. When he's gone, they're bulletproof in a house of straw with an old tin roof. And again next week, he gonna blow their house down. Just a merry-go-round on the devil's playground. They'll huff and puff and shoot it up. Never can get quite enough, hoping every high gonna last a little bit longer. There ain't no such thing as coming down, too numb to see. They're sorrow bound, always on the prowl for something a little bit strong. They wouldn't put it down, Lord, if they could. Stand around and sing, who's afraid of the big bad wolf? Three young men, this time minus one, hanging round again. This time with a gun. He's on his way. Patiently they both stood, oh, singing, who's afraid of the big bad wolf?
I'm Johnny Ashley, and we're in the hood in the woods. So this is going to be an old farmhouse that's just, it's about gone now. This is really cool, I think. I'm going to walk around to the back. The little wood frame windows. Get a feel for the house coming behind it. So the floor doesn't look too good. See, it's got a little bit of a newer wood framing in it, but ultimately it's pretty old. So I want to show y'all this. This room here would have been like the first, like the original room. The stairs. But if you see it, this is all logs. This is a log cabin. So the original structure here is a log cabin, and then they put the wood on top of it, the milled wood, to frame it. And you can see even up to some point it had electricity. They put the milled wood up to, like, to hang sheetrock, to hang plaster on it. What's that? That's just that's a piece of metal. And it's the floor is very solid. You don't believe me about the logs. Here, I mean, you can see the log foundation, log on top of it. I mean, just stacked like Lincoln logs all the way down through here. old, river rock chimney. You come in here, you see this is coming down. What's this coming down? Look at this. It's more logs. More logs. The original structure is all log. And here's this here. That's the fireplace. Here is, you can see some slats with a plaster in them. So let's get out of here for freaking caves in. Here we are coming up back outside. And we're going to come around this building here. Oh, here would have been another entrance into the house. And here we got underneath that outer building all of this is old. The concrete foundation, even it's all cracked up, and you can just see everything here is just, if it wasn't propped up right now, it wouldn't be standing. Look at this. Look at that. Now here we have the remnant of someone's garden all through here. You know, that's a big one that's just kept on going. I looked up milled wood in Montgomery County. The first mill that I could find was built in 1865. 1865 would coincide with the end of the Civil War and the Reconstruction efforts. We have multiple buildings in town that were built during Reconstruction, which is when, after the North came and burnt our town, they came and rebuilt it as part of the peace treaty, the deal. So the first mill was the same year that the Civil War ended. But also, a lot of times, wood was cut and milled and then sent out east or out west, you know, to build trestles for bridges, build towns, boom towns. All that had to be wood that was brought in because they didn't have it available to them out in Arizona, you know, or the means to make it. So even if we had the mill here, that doesn't necessarily mean that the wood that was milled in that mill stayed here. But with that said, that part with the log, you can almost guarantee that was made before 1865 because of just the sheer unavailability of the milled wood. This looks like it's for smoking meat. Was this for smoking meat, Donna? Was it stove? It's for smoking meat, right?
I have no idea what that is, but I wouldn't say that on film that it's for smoking meat when you don't know.
I think it's a smoker.
Well, I mean, it's got pipes going through it both ways. Yes, it's got a chimney, but who's to say that wasn't part of another house sitting here? And actually, it looks like there was a foundation.
So this could have been a smoker, or this could have been part of another house. But if you look over here, you'll see the wall of rocks built up. So then here we have the workers' houses. So here's going to be the first house. Nice door. Hey, anyone here? I ain't here to mess with you. And it's just piled up with clothes and stuff. There's the chimney. Got a big old crack going through it. So there's some clothes hung up, and it's just piled up, bunch of fruit boxes, it looks like, from a grocery store. Man, look at all this. This filled up with just chairs, and that's the back door. These houses are very small. Very small. Not doing anything wrong, just letting the cars pass. And this is it in here, just an old mattress. Looks like, and boarded up windows. We got this one coming up next. If you look, you can see the plaster's coming off the chimney. How do we get into it? There we go. Uh-oh. Briars. This is why I say this is a winter sport. So come in. House number 2. Anyone here? Hello? Ain't here to bug you. We got a stovepipe up here. Big ass hole in the floor. This was the bathroom. Here's your toilet. Like a blanket up over the window. How you like the old school window locks. And you just got the shelves over here and an old bed. All the paint's peeling off the ceiling. You can see the shadows of the spider webs. And here's going to be the cookie tin. There's another toilet. It's kind of, I find strange. Oh, there's nothing in it. So I find it strange that they would have this toilet and this. Well, I'm wondering if maybe they was caring for an older relative or something, and that was easier for them. Maybe someone had been hurt in an accident, and that was what was best for them. But I mean, there's a story behind it, and I guarantee you, it's not a happy story. So, I can hear a stream. You hear it? There's fresh water. But, there's a trailer hitch on this one. So, let's see what's going on. Look at that door. I kind of like how it looks. Hello? This mattresses and all this on the floor. These jars. And here's the kitchen. And some pantries. Now these houses, if anyone's wondering, they get called slave houses a lot, but I guarantee you they're not slave houses, because it's the same thing I was telling you about the milled wood. And that since all this stuff is made with milled wood, there's no way that there was slave houses, because they didn't have slaves when there was milling wood. We could just come right through here, and you can see where this old lock was at, and it getting tore off forever ago. But, look inside, the wood's actually pretty good looking. Well, where you at? There's this, and there's the remains of a building underneath that. Here is this camper caravan deal. So here's this little door on it, and to give you comparison, I am 5'8", and I am taller than the door. That said, it doesn't really seem like there's much in here except the way out. And then this house with the trailer hitch, look at it, it's got river rock and then turning into brick for the chimney. And here is what looks like the remains of another log cabin up here, and over here there is, and over here is another some type of outbuilding or something.